Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the current state of the altcoin market and why ZBCN might just be one of the biggest sleeper picks heading into the next bull run. First off, let's acknowledge the obvious. A lot of coins are down right now. We've got some projects dropping by double digits, 14%, 9%, even more in some cases. But let's zoom out and get a broader perspective. When we pull up the CoinMarketCap Altcoin Season Index, well, it's sitting at 41 out of 100. Just 4 or 5 days ago, that number was closer to 56. So yes, we've seen a bit of a pullback, but this is by no means the end. This content is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing in this video should be considered financial, investment, or legal advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Cryptocurrency markets are highly volatile, and you should consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any financial moves. The opinions expressed in this video are solely my own and do not reflect the views of any project mentioned. I may hold positions in some of the assets discussed. In fact, this kind of dip might be the very opportunity that seasoned investors and smart money have been waiting for. If you're new to this space, you might be feeling the pressure right now. But those who've been through previous cycles know that these moments of fear and doubt often precede massive runs. Ethereum, for example, while it's seeing a little retracement, is still up quite a bit overall. And let's be honest, big institutional players love Ethereum. It's their go-to digital asset outside of Bitcoin. So as money continues to pour into Ethereum, what usually follows is a cascading effect into mid-caps and then eventually into low-cap altcoins. And that's where ZBCN comes in. ZBCN, in my opinion, has all the markings of a coin that could surprise everyone this cycle. It's part of a strong narrative, it's aligned with major trends, and perhaps most importantly, it has a loyal and expanding community behind it. I've been covering ZBCN for months now, and I'm not just saying that to flex. I've been consistently posting updates, analysis, and breakdowns, not daily, but definitely every other day or so, and it's been fascinating to watch this project evolve and grow. One recent development that caught my attention was a Twitter Spaces conversation between the ZBCN team and the Algorand team. Now, if you know anything about Algorand, you know they're no small fish in this space. They've been making serious moves in blockchain infrastructure. During this session, something particularly interesting was revealed. Publicly traded companies have started reaching out to ZBCN in light of the Genius Act. That's a huge deal. Think about that for a second. XRP's legendary 2017 run saw massive accumulation, breakout moments, and Tier 1 listings. According to this analysis, we're currently in the accumulation phase for ZBCN, similar to what XRP went through from now until around September. Smart money is quietly loading up. Prices during this phase are projected to range between U8 and 3 cents. Then, between October and November, we could see major regulatory clarity in the US, Tier 1 exchange listings, and a price movement toward the 5 range. From there, between November and December, the narrative could fully explode. This would coincide with real-time payroll adoption using RLUSD and XRP rails, potentially pushing ZBCN's price from 5 cents to over 10 cents. Then come the institutional whispers and additional listings between December and February, bringing projections into the 20 to 40 range. But the real fireworks, according to this roadmap, would happen between February and May 2026, when all tokens are fully in circulation. This is what they're calling the full detonation stage. Global listings, mass FOMO, and a price that could go anywhere from 80 cents to $1.50. Now let's be real. Projecting $1.50 for any altcoin from these levels is a bold call. That would imply a market cap in excess of $100 billion. But the interesting part is that the steps laid out in this projection, accumulation, regulation, adoption, and listings, aren't far-fetched. In fact, they're textbook triggers for a bullish run. So let's talk numbers. According to estimates posted by the same analyst, if ZBCN hits 0.1 to $5, that would correspond to a market cap of $900 million to $5 billion. That's very achievable and within the range of several successful altcoins in the past. At this stage, the community size needed would be about 60,000 to 150,000 holders. That's comparable to early XRP or ADA before they exploded. At 10 to 25, the market cap would be somewhere around $10 billion to $25 billion. To get there, ZBCN would need broader access, centralized exchange listings, integration with major DeFi wallets, and real traction in the US and EU payroll markets. Again, this isn't out of reach. And here's where things get really wild. At 40 to 85 cents per token, ZBCN would command a market cap of $40 billion to $85 billion. That would place it among the top 10 to 15 crypto assets by market cap. To achieve that, it would likely require 750,000 to over 1.2 million holders. The final moonshot scenario? A 1+ ZBCN token with a $100 billion+ market cap. Now let's pause here. While I personally think $1 is not likely to happen in this cycle, I can't say it's completely off the table. It would require a perfect storm: global adoption, enterprise use cases, seamless regulation, and explosive community growth. But if it were to happen, just imagine the financial impact on current holders. Anyone holding a meaningful amount today would be sitting on life-changing gains. Of course, it's not easy to hold through massive volatility, and that's something every investor has to prepare for mentally. But let's bring it back down to earth and talk about what's happening right now. As of today, ZBCN is only down about 2% in the last 24 hours. Compare that to the rest of the market, some coins are being absolutely crushed. ZBCN is showing resilience. The current market cap is hovering around $342 million, and the 24-hour trading volume is only down about 5%. That's incredibly healthy compared to many altcoins that are seeing volume drops of 30%, 40%, or even 50%. So, what does this tell us? It tells us that ZBCN is holding steady. It's not being shaken out by the broader market downturn, which is always a good sign. When an asset can maintain its structure during red days, that often means there's strong conviction among holders, and you can feel that strength in the community. There's a noticeable decline in bearish sentiment. Back when ZBCN first started its upward trend, there were plenty of doubters and critics, but these voices are growing quieter. Maybe they've taken a closer look at the fundamentals. Maybe they've started accumulating themselves. Who knows? But the tone has shifted. Now let's check out some technicals. Looking at the ZBCN chart, we're seeing a classic pattern of higher highs and higher lows. That's a textbook sign of a bullish uptrend. While one of the indicators is still flashing bearish on the 4-hour time frame, the overall trajectory remains strong. Momentum is building, and we're trending in the right direction. The only notable headwind, and it's a minor one, is the monthly token unlock that happens around the 15th of every month. That tends to cause a brief period of selling as some investors take profits or reposition. But beyond that, there's not much standing in the way of ZBCN continuing its march upward. Looking forward, 2026 is shaping up to be a potentially monumental year for this project. With more tokens entering circulation, the roadmap pushing forward, and increasing partnerships being formed, ZBCN is quietly setting the stage for something big. The question is, are you going to be on the train before it leaves the station, or are you going to be chasing it once it's already moving at full speed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Are you bullish on ZBCN? Do you think it can reach $1? Or are you more conservative with your targets? As always, none of this is financial advice, just one guy sharing his analysis and thoughts on a project I believe has huge upside potential. Thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Catch you in the next one.